You are listening to High Hope Sportscast with me, DJ. This is a podcast covering the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, the purple and gold skull. I talk about everything Vikings, scores, stats, my opinions, anything purple and gold. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can listen to all of my episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and other platforms for your podcasting. All right, let's go. Welcome back to High Hope Sportscast, the post-draft episode, and also the schedule released yesterday, May 11th. I am recording on Friday, May 12th here. So if you're listening to this, you probably won't hear it until I might put it out on Saturday morning. And if it's Friday, the video probably will be Friday evening here. It's about 2:00 p.m. Friday as of right now when I'm recording this. So yeah, the draft, to jump right into it, the draft, it wasn't as interesting as I thought it was gonna go. I'm just gonna get the kind of the first round here. Let's see. I know number one, obviously, we kind of figured that it was going to be Bryce Young to the Carolina Panthers. So that there is some interesting things I've heard about the Bryce Young thing, that there was a possibility that the Vikings were apparently the Vikings were trying to move up to number one to get Bryce Young. Someone said that was the only quarterback that they would have moved up for was Bryce Young. But that's all speculation. I don't know if that's facts or not. That's just what I've heard. So don't quote me on that at all. I don't know why I can't find the draft order. I'm looking on my phone here. I'm sorry. I should have had this up before. Let's see here. I think I might have found it here. Okay. Yes. So Bryce Young went to Carolina. Number two, Houston went CJ Stroud. And then Houston Texans turned around right away and traded to get the third pick from the Arizona Cardinals. So they got to pick back to back. So number two, they went CJ Stroud. And with number three, they took Will Anderson Jr. So that I really liked what the Texans did it kind of in this draft. So yeah, that was, I don't remember what the trade details were on that, but it was a good move for a not very good team. And then I feel like they got a good head coach with D'Amico Ryans here, so maybe they're gonna start to turn things around over there in Houston. So number four, to the Colts went quarterback Anthony Richardson. And then number five, the Seattle Seahawks cornerback Devin Witherspoon. And then 6, Carolina, or not Carolina, Arizona, I'm sorry, offensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr. The Raiders defensive end Tyree Wilson. Number 8, the Falcons selected running back Bijan Robinson. The Eagles at number 9 selected defensive tackle Jalen Carter. Number 10, Chicago went offensive tackle Darnell Wright. 11, Tennessee took Peter Skoronsky, offensive tackle. Detroit went running back at number 12, Jahmyr Gibbs. The Green Bay Packers went defensive end Lucas Van Ness. Pittsburgh at 14 went offensive tackle Broderick Jones. The Jets at 15 went Will McDonald, offensive linebacker. The Commanders at 16 went Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback. Patriots at 17, Christian Gonzalez, cornerback. The Lions at 18 went Jack Campbell, linebacker. 19, the Buccaneers went Kalijah Chansey, defensive tackle. Then at 20, the Seahawks, I'm sorry, went Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver, to go with DK Metcalf and Geno Smith over there in Seattle. And then, there was 4, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 receivers went off the board right, simultaneously, starting with Seattle with Jackson Smith-Njigba. So at 22, the Chargers went Quentin Johnston, wide receiver. Then Baltimore went Zay Flowers, wide receiver. And then our Minnesota Vikings stay. I don't know why it says 24. We actually went 23, but let's see here. We went wide receiver Jordan Addison out of USC. So we did not move up. I'll get to that in a little bit. So then at 24, the Giants went cornerback Deontay Banks. 25, Dalton Kincaid went to Buffalo, tight end. 26, Dallas Maisie Smith, defensive tackle. 27, Jacksonville Anton Harrison, offensive tackle. 28, Miles Murphy, defensive end, goes to Cincinnati. 29, the Saints selected defensive tackle Brian Breesy. And then the Eagles at 30 go Nolan Smith, offensive linebacker. And then at 31, to round out the first round, the Chiefs went defensive end Felix and a Duke Uzma. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, that was the first round there. I really thought that that draft was the first round was gonna go a lot different than it did. I think basically the most exciting thing that happened was Houston trading up to get number 3 right after they picked at number 2, and to get Will Anderson right after they got CJ Stroud. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. Is that was the only thing that was really exciting about the draft. So I didn't really watch. I watched the first round on Thursday. I didn't really watch any other ones. I got notifications here and there, especially every Vikings pick or trade or whatever. So before I get into all the Vikings draft picks, are you guys surprised that Kwesi stayed at 23 in the first round? My honest answer, and I'm sure a lot of Vikings fans feel the same exact way. yes, I'm very surprised. Not only for the fact that there was so much talk about us moving way up in the draft to get a quarterback. Obviously, that did not happen. I don't even know if any of that talk was real. I don't know if Kwesi and KOC were even uh, contemplating moving up to get a quarterback at all. It could have been all just rumors and just all these draft experts just guessing. So, um, but also, I'm surprised that we stayed at 23 just because last year in the draft, Kwesi made so many trades, and we moved down last year. I definitely, once we got into the high teens, I definitely was like, okay, well, we obviously there's not any really good quarterbacks to move up for anymore. Um, and Will Levis was falling. I'll get to that a little bit later too, but I definitely thought as we got into the later teens that I'm like, okay, Kwesi is gonna we're gonna move down. So what my next thought was like, okay, what are we gonna get? Are we just gonna get draft picks? Are we gonna get some players? What are we gonna get for this 23rd round or this 23rd overall pick? Because I definitely thought that we weren't gonna stay with it. And then when we were on the clock at 23, Kwesi took it down to I don't it was under 10 seconds left with that pitch, and I'm like, oh my god, what are they going to do? Like, are they still on the phone trying to get a trade settled? Like, I honestly think that they were calling teams for a trade for 23, but I feel like they probably weren't getting what they wanted, I guess, uh, in return for 23. So then they just had to make a pick. And according to Kwesi and KOC, they wanted Jordan Addison the whole time, which that's who we picked, the USC wide receiver Jordan Addison. I know that they had um, hosted him. They brought him into the facility, talked to him, and I believe KOC even told him, if you're there when we pitch, we're coming to get you. And I mean, ultimately they did, but you know, at the time of the pitch, you knew that he was on the table still. Why did they let the time run down so low? And that's where it comes into play, where I think that they were trying to trade down. So and they just couldn't get it worked out. So um, yeah. So I'm very very surprised with this first round. I before the before the pick was announced, I kind of had a thought. I was still in the mindset of okay, quarterback. We did not extend Kirk Cousins this year, and there was so much of this quarterback talk in the draft for the Vikings, and my head was still in the quarterback market. So um, my thought was, okay, Will Levis is still on the table at 23. We're we're gonna get Will Levis. Once I saw that the pick was in and we didn't trade it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be Will Levis. But then even further in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know. I think it's not gonna be a quarterback. And then they announced that it was Jordan Addison, wide receiver, and I was like, okay, well, we got rid of Thielen, but I also have mixed feelings on if Addison's going to be the two. I kind of feel like KJ should have got that role as the number two wide receiver. I really think that that I don't know how to explain it. Not really doing KJ dirty, but then again, kind of. I don't know how to put it, but it, wide receiver it does make sense to draft a receiver. So yeah, so we got a good wide receiver. I think I don't um I don't know I after after they get drafted, if they're physically there, they come up, get their jersey and hat, and say a little speech. I didn't really care for Jordan Addison's um not really speech, but interview. That's what I'm looking for. Um he said something about, yeah, let's go get paid and we're gonna win all night. And it's like, what? What are you talking about, dude? Like, that just threw me off, and I'm like, it's kind of a little awkward. I don't know. Maybe maybe he's just nervous. And didn't know what to say. I don't know, but him saying, "Let's get paid," like, okay, are you just saying that as let's go to work, or are you like you are you in it for the money? Because if you're in it for the money, like, in my mind, I don't think you're gonna be here for very long. So, or I kind of have had that feeling. I still kind of do. I just don't know, because I don't want to be proven right in this situation. I just feel like Jordan Addison, um, from my standpoint as of right now, not so much now as it was right after he got drafted, but I just feel like maybe he's going to turn into a drama queen, just like Stephon Diggs did. So I really hope that I'm proven wrong, and him and Justin Jefferson can be a very good duo, even a triple threat with KJ Osborne. And then we got TJ Hawkinson. So hopefully it all meshes together. There's no drama, and it all just works out in the end. So um, only time will tell. I guess we'll see how this first season starts for Jordan Addison, and take it from there. So um, and then I'll share my screen here. These are all of our draft picks, not including the undrafted free agents. These are just the ones that were actually drafted. So we just went over the first round, Jordan Addison at number 23. And then we didn't have a round 2 pick, because I think that was the TJ Hawkinson trade. So in round 3, we had number 102 overall, and we went another USC player, cornerback Mekhi Blackman. And then in round 4, we went number 134 overall, LSU safety Jay Ward. There's a lot of like Paul Allen. A lot of people are saying that they're really excited for this Jay Ward. So, and he's gonna have a good learner. Well, the teacher, I'm saying, behind the hitman. So, that might end up being a good one. And then round 5, we had 2 picks. Number 141 overall, we did nose tackle from another LSU player. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Jaquilin Roy, like from LSU. So, with our first 4 picks, we got 2 USC players and 2 LSU players. And then also in round 5 at number 164 overall, we draft a quarterback, BYU quarterback Jaron Hall. Um, a lot of people, I have never heard of the guy until he was drafted. So I don't know much about him. I haven't really had the time to sit down and kind of look at any highlights of his college play, but there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of is he going to succeed Kirk Cousins? Is that who our quarterback's going to be after Kirk Cousins is gone? Possibly after this season. You just never know because the whole Tom Brady going 199th overall and look at him. You never know. But if I had to put a finger on it, I would say no. Jaren Hall is not going to be our franchise quarterback after Kirk Cousins, but hey, I could be wrong. Who knows? Kellen Mond didn't work out, and he was a third rounder. So, but everyone's different. Hey, maybe Jaren Hall is going to be the next Tom Brady. Who knows? I'm not going to say either way, yes or no. I can just say what I feel. So, and then we didn't have a round 6 pick, and then round 7 at number 222 overall, UAB running back Dwayne McBride. I haven't heard much about him, but the stuff I have heard about him, I heard that he's a physical downhill runner. Kind of nothing negative I've heard about him. So this pick also kind of makes me think even more that maybe Dalvin Cook is not going to be on this team. The start of the season. If we added another running back, because as of right now we have Dalvin Cook, we have Alexander Madison, who we just re-signed, and then we have Kenny Nwandu, we have Ty Chandler, and now we have Dwayne McBride. That's 5 running backs that I know of. I'm pretty sure that's all the ones we have, other than maybe some practice squad guys. But and maybe Dwayne McBride will be on the practice squad. I don't know. But just us going running back just makes me think even more that Dalvin is not going to be on this team the start of the season. So, which from my last episode, obviously I am totally okay with that. So, I definitely I would be happy with Alexander Madison being the featured running back for the Minnesota Vikings. So, and we could get some good stuff, possibly picks, other players for Dalvin Cook. So we'll see what the rest of the offseason brings, and see if he's still on this team at the beginning of the season. So next, let's see here. The schedule was just released yesterday, Thursday, May 11th. And I actually I made my own schedule, a graphic. I haven't shared it yet. I wanted to record an episode first and share it on here. And you'll see the I'll post it later. Well, by now you'll probably have seen it, because I'm gonna probably post the schedule before this episode comes out, and then but my predictions and projections are not going to be on social media. You're going to have to tune into this episode. So I will put that in the post as well. Kind of get some more people watching or listening to the show. So if they want to know my predictions and projections for the Vikings this year. So here is the graphic that I made. So to go over the schedule here, we have 5 primetime games this year. We have 2 Monday night games, 2 Sunday night games, and 1 Thursday night game. So I will just go week to week, and then I will tell you my predictions as I hit each week. So week 1, September 10th at noon, we have our home opener as well as the opener of the season for us. We get Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No more Tom Brady. If it was Tom Brady, I probably would have picked us to lose this game, but I did pick us to win week 1. So we're going to win our home opener. We're going to win against Baker and the Bucks. And then it's kind of weird that week 2, I'm pretty sure last year, week 2, we played at Philadelphia in prime time. Same goes for this year. Week 2, we are at Philadelphia playing Jalen Hurts and the Eagles on Thursday Night Football, 7:15, September 14th. Let's see here. We got I have us actually losing that game, just for the simple fact of how bad they I don't know, they've gotten really good. I don't like the Eagles at all, but if we're being real here, I am predicting us to lose that game. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, but yeah. So then week 3, we're at home on September 24th at noon against the Los Angeles Chargers. And I have us winning that game. So at this point, we're 2-1. So week 4, we go to Carolina to play Bryce Young and Adam Thielen and the Panthers on October 1st at noon. Now this game is interesting on the way I picked it. I have a feeling that I don't know. It's a new head coach, Frank Reich. It is a rookie quarterback, but I just feel like Bryce Young is going to fit in, and by week 4, I feel like he's gonna have the edges smoothed out a little bit and get it working. And then Thielen, obviously, great receiver. So that added into this decision for me. I have us losing at Carolina against the Panthers. So at this point, we are 2-2. Then we go back home for week 5, 3:25 game on October 8th against the Super Bowl champs Kansas City Chiefs. I hate to say it, but I have us losing that game against the Super Bowl champs as well. So at this point, we're 2-3. And then week 6, we go to Chicago, October 15th at noon. I have us beating Justin Fields and the Bears. And then another primetime game, week 7, Monday Night Football, 7:15, October 23rd, against Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. This one was kind of a toss-up just because I don't know how Brock Purdy is going to heal. I don't know if there's going to be risk of re-injury, or if it's going to be Trey Lance or whatnot. But I ultimately picked us to lose this game. on Monday Night Football against the 49ers. So we're 3-4 here. And then week 8, we go to Lambeau, October 29th at noon, against Jordan Love. No more Aaron Rodgers. So we go to Green Bay, and obviously Aaron Rodgers not being there anymore, that factored into this decision as well. I have us winning there, and I like the fact that we go to Lambeau earlier on in the year when it's not so dang cold. So I like that, and I feel like we'll win there. So at this point we're 4-4. And then we go to week 9. We're at Atlanta, November 5th at noon. Have us winning that game. Then the week 10, we're back at home, November 12th at noon against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr at the helm there. I do have us winning that one. So we're 6-4 at this point. And then week 11, we go to Denver, the Mile High City, on Sunday Night Football, November 19th at 7:20. I feel like, Sean Payton's there. They got Russell Wilson. He didn't really do much last year. I just think that I don't know. This could come back and bite me, but I do feel like we are going to beat the Broncos. So I did give us a win there. So we are at 7-4. Now, week 12, another primetime game, back-to-back primetime games. Week 12, Monday Night Football at home against the Chicago Bears, November 27th at 7:15. I have us winning that game, so we are going to sweep the Bears. So here, after week 12, we are at 7-4. Wait. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8-4. And then week 13, we finally did a bye week. It's really late in the season. Last year it was I think week 7. We don't get ours this year until week 13. And then week 14 out of the bye week, hopefully we're healthy, rested up. We go to the Sin City, Las Vegas, to take on the Raiders, December 10th at 3:05. I do have us winning that game. So here we are 9-4 after week 14. And then week 15, we go to Cincinnati to play Joe Burrow and the Bengals. There is not a time or date set for this game. It's said to be determined. So I'm not sure when this game will be played or what time. All I know is it's going to be week 15. We will play in Cincinnati. And I do have us losing this game. So we'll be at 9-5. And then week 16, we're back at home on Christmas Eve, December 24th at noon against the Lions. I think we'll win that game. So we'll be at 10-5 here. Then week 17, we're at home again on New Year's Eve, Sunday Night Football, 7:20 against Jordan Love and the Packers. Now, at first, I was going to have a split, but I am. It might be a long shot, but I just feel like with Aaron Rodgers not there anymore, I feel like we're going to sweep them this year, and I do have us beating the Packers again. And then the final game of the regular season, week 18, we are going to be in Detroit to play against the Lions. This game is also to be determined, so there's no date or time. We will be in Detroit playing the Lions, though, week 18, and I did have a split the games with the Lions. We will lose this game. So we will end the regular season with my projections. We'll end the regular season at 11-6. And I feel like maybe 11-6 will probably maybe get us the fourth, maybe the third seed in the NFC. So, last year my projections were that we were going to go 10-7, and we surpassed that at 13-4. This year, I got us going 11-6. So hopefully we can surpass that as well. So I have us losing against the Eagles, Panthers, Chiefs, 49ers, Bengals, and the Lions one time. I feel like, the Panthers and the 49ers, that we could, I don't know, they're going to be tough games. I mean, all of them are going to be tough games, obviously, but, they could go either way, these two games. These are the two that I don't really know for sure about. They're kind of, I keep going back and forth. San Francisco's been so good for the last multiple years, and then with Carolina, with a new coach, a new quarterback, Adam Thielen there now. I just feel like that team is going to be better, but I guess the only time will tell. These two games, I just don't know about. Those are the two that I really don't know about. And also the Packers too. I guess just because Aaron Rodgers isn't there doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna suck. I just feel like though Jordan Love is he's gonna have his lumps. He's gonna try and figure it out. So and I could be wrong. He could come out of the gates and he could have an amazing year. So I just don't know. So, and then with the Lions, they're up and coming. They're actually favored to win the NFC North division this year. So those two games are going to be tough. I have us splitting those games. And then the Bengals, they've been good, basically ever since Joe Burrow came to town. I definitely, especially since it's in Cincinnati, I definitely have us losing against Cincinnati. Hopefully I'm wrong. I don't ever want us to lose. I just, I'm trying to be realistic. So, yeah, that's my projections, 11-6. We'll see how close I am this year. And yeah, that's really all I got for this episode. Um, yeah, that's it. The draft and the schedule release, my projections. Um, yeah, don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the show. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The show is on TikTok. You can listen to the audio only on Spotify, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and so much more other platforms that the show is on. And then also don't forget to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. All these videos are on there, and you can watch them. Obviously, they're not actually live, but when I do release them, it says they're live, but they're pre-recorded. You can watch them on Facebook, um, or on YouTube. So, and then you can go back and rewatch them there as well. So, don't forget to go check all those platforms out for the show, and share with a friend. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Probably, I don't know if I'll do another show, before preseason. I guess we'll see. So, yeah, excited for season 4 coming up in a few months. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. See ya.